everyone out there. Welcome to Weekend Gist with Rachael on Haske TV. And so today we are stepping into a world that once we lived in, imagination. And now today is taking shape, is taking place in our daily lives that we cannot actually imagine. Yes, we cannot imagine. So, from everyday reality, from smart assistants that answer our question, to machine that can now write diagnosis, illness, and even make decisions, artificial. Okay, artificial intelligence is no longer the future, it is the present. That we were actually thinking is something that will come later, but right now we're actually inside. Yes, you can actually see someone walking, you won't even know, probably this one is AI. And so, but as this powerful technology continues to develop, one critical question stands before humanity. Is AI a friend or a threat? Is AI a friend or a threat? It is here to make life easier, solve complex problems, and unlock new opportunities. Or we are slowly creating something that we might not fully control. Join us as we explore these possibilities, the fear and the truth behind the rise of AI. This is more than a conversation. It is more than a conversation because this guy sitting down here, I don't know if he's real. Yes.
I'm real full flesh.
Really?
Yes.
All right, so our today's topic is AI. Is AI a friend or a threat to humanity? All right, so my name is Rachael Langs, and with me here...
It's Abraham Eriba.
Okay. Mr. Abraham, it's nice having you in here with me in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So, now to go further into this, the first question I would like to ask you before going deep into this thing, can AI actually replace human intelligence completely?
Okay. That's an interesting question. But before you answer that question, you first have to look at what human intelligence is.
Okay.
Yes. And if you look at the nature of human intelligence, before we talk about artificial intelligence, you discover that we as humans, we haven't even scratched up to 50% of the ability of the human intelligence. And out of the small percentage that we've been able to understand is what we built artificial intelligence on.
Okay.
And artificial intelligence has not yet gone deeply to cover the entire human intelligence.
Really?
Yes. So you can't variably say that artificial intelligence can totally replace human intelligence. The only thing it can do is to enhance and to augment human intelligence.
Okay.
Yes.
So with what I'm seeing is not even...
Yeah.
It's just a tips of it.
It's just what it can do. Yes.
Okay. All right, now, so moving forward, how do you define positive impact when it comes to AI-generated content into this digital ecosystem? Now, okay, answer my question first. I will ask you another question.
Is that right? Positive impact, when we come to defining it, is something that influences growth, right? Influences a decision in the right direction. And when you talk about artificial intelligence and the content that is created with it, the stuff that is made with artificial intelligence, its effects on that's impact on the human lives, impact on community ideologies, impact on everyday opinions. You can see that it is very, very strong right now because most of people now get their school of thoughts from the social media space. And when you get to the social media space, you have a lot of AI-generated content, which is slowly having a higher percentage on every post that is made today. So the impact is very strong. And whether it goes positive or negative, it still falls back on us, the humans that are creating this content. So the positive impact of it is highly dependent on the type of content that people are consuming. So that is the perspective I like to see it from. There's always good and evil, but then it depends on what you choose.
It depends on what you choose to do with the AI.
Yes, it depends on what you choose to do. So if you are consuming negative content generated with AI, then the impact on you is going to be negative because it's going to be driving a particular perception, particular thoughts process in you. But if you are consuming positive, then it follows that suit. But then, when we measure impact generally, yes, positive impact exists, negative impact exists, but which is more? You understand?
Yeah.
So when we talk about the gross impact now, weighing that, okay, there's positive, there's negative. Overall, right now, the impact of AI, is it positive or negative? For me, right now, based on the data I have seen, based on the analytics I've seen, it's quite positive because it has empowered people in a lot of ways that you can't even imagine. I mean, talking about 6 months before now, there are a lot of things that have changed in people's lives as a result of AI, and it's in a positive direction. Yes, before you can get that kind of change in speed, it used to be like you talk about a year or years, but now growth is very rapid, and you can see someone can just pick up AI, and in a matter of weeks and months, the person is already doing something meaningful with it. So when my opinion on the positive impact is quite high. Yes.
It's quite high.
Yes.
So now you actually directed me to ask you this question now. Can AI actually reduce poverty in Nigeria? Now that you say it has a very high positive impact, I will become an AI. What do they call it?
Depends on the role you want to choose. You can be an AI engineer, AI content creator.
Content creator.
Okay.
Can I make money?
Yes, you
Creator?
can. You can.
You put me through.
I'm not a content creator, but
Okay.
yes, there are ways. There are ways. So yes, AI can help reduce the poverty index of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes.
I like this part.
Yes, because it cannot totally take away the poverty, but it can, to a great percentage and great extent, reduce the poverty index, such that with the things that AI can do, and then doing those things gives people ability to utilize it in different forms. The ability of AI to generate text has given people the ability to create written content, writers, technical writing, even writing stories. Yes, though it's written by AI, but then the stories are interactive and they are captivating. And it's not just because it came out, it's somebody's idea. The person gave it to the AI, and the AI built on the idea and then gave out an output. So with the ability of AI to generate images, you have people creating very beautiful artworks, you have people creating very beautiful illustrations, and then you have people even editing their own photos by themselves and getting different outlooks and all. And then with the ability of AI to create and generate videos, you have people creating video content with AI. And with that, we now look at the social media space. How is money generated with these skills? I'm going to start with YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube has, in fact, all social media platforms have what we call monetization. Monetization comes from engagement, and those engagement is how many people has viewed whatever you posted, how many people interacted with, how many people liked it, commented, shared, and all that. So with that feature, people can get paid, and that's where we now have a high rise of content creators now. If you check the Nigerian social media space now, we have a lot of content creators.
Everybody is now a content creator.
Yes.
Except you. Yeah?
I enable them to become content creators.
Yeah, of course.
So content creation has opened a very wide door. A high demography of Nigerian youths are content creators.
Yeah.
And most of them are creating content using AI. And it has aided a lot of them to actually make reasonable income from it. Back in 2020 till now, it used to be fraud, Yahoo Yahoo, that was headlining spaces where young boys were making money. But if you look at the index now, that ideology, yes, and the tide has turned a little bit down to content creation, and that is because of the ability AI brought for them to actually apply all those stuff. So now we look at YouTube, long form content, short form content. YouTube pays for all those engagements and views, and people utilize it to make money. If you go to Facebook, same thing, Reels, your videos that you make on Facebook as well, you can get paid and get monetized. And then Instagram, then on X, your content on X too can be monetized. So with all that, people have found ways to use AI to make their content, and they are making money. Imagine people that couldn't even sit before a camera and speak to it confidently.
Are doing that.
Yes, they now can do that using AI versions of themselves, or even creating faceless channels where they don't need to show their faces before they put out content. So all that has been the positive impact on the poverty index of Nigeria. So yes, AI can
help reduce.
Yes, help alleviate the poverty to an extent.
Okay, very soon you start seeing my content flying up and down.
I'll be ready to engage.
All right, now, so you said you actually help the AI content creators to be able to do what they're doing. You are an engineer, right?
Yes.
Software engineer.
Yes.
So now, in your experience, how can developers ensure AI content tools are used ethically and responsibly?
Okay, that question hits my heart because that's a very line that all engineers are working on, because AI safety is very important, because you really do not know what AI can output. Because of that, you can't really predict what it will do, especially when as we are having, there's something called AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. It's like a higher version of AI. This one now can think on its own. It can make decisions without your input.
Wow.
Yes.
This is dangerous.
So with such development,
yeah.
And then there's still artificial super intelligence, which is more than AGI. So with all that, developers, engineers, everybody, we are working round the clock to make sure that these safety measures are imputed into these models such that they don't go rogue. But then, the first line of safety, first line of security is always the user. If the user does not abuse some privileges, or if the user does not let down some privileges, there usually won't be a security breach, and there usually won't be safety issues. But yes, there are sometimes the AI can hallucinate, there are sometimes the AI can go rogue and give you outputs that you do not desire, and there are sometimes that it can go outside your own choice of desire and do things. But where engineers come in is these models, as they are being trained on data, they are being monitored, and there are guardrails that are being put in place. The first time, if you look at these LLMs, these large language models, ChatGPT, Grok, and the rest that are out, if their very first models, when they were released, you discover that there was a way that people could manipulate their prompts, and then they give certain outputs. But with other rollouts, other versions, and higher models that have been released, see that those things are now no longer possible. That's because the models have been retrained with those guardrails and cautions, so that if you see certain context, if you see certain words in particular inputs, you either flag it, or you do not give output tailored to that. So there are some things, if you like, let me give an example of image now. If you want to use like ChatGPT to adulterate maybe your passports or your ID card, ChatGPT will tell you straightforward that it cannot do that. That's because there's a guardrail that has been put on it not to do that, because that can be utilized for fraud.
Okay.
fake identity generation.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so all those things are things that have been put in place.
Okay.
But then, I always say the first and overall security feature is the user. So if the user is educated enough and security pumped enough, then the issue of security and issue of safety has been solved to a large extent. Because no matter how you tell someone not to tell another person his password, there's always that breach. Now maybe you might trust someone so much that you always tell the password. So you can't control that side, but the part we can control as engineers, we are putting those guardrails in the code, in the models, and the way we train them. So that's the role we play.
Okay, you actually said that to be able to secure or to safeguard the AI content creation and whatsoever, it's left for the content creator.
Yes.
But actually, I have wanted to ask you this question: what safeguards should be built into AI system to prevent misuse, misinformation, or harmful output? But then you have actually given me the answer that is left for the person that is using it.
Yes.
Well,
It's important because, yes, no matter the restrictions you put in a model, even if someone comes to, okay, for example, I can decide to safeguard my model and then put guardrails preventing it from generating misinformation.
Yeah.
Meaning, if someone wants to generate fake information, like, okay, something that the president, okay, for example, now there's something trending on X right now about very dark man, and it was a video that was adulterated with a deep fake audio.
Yes, I saw it yesterday.
So something like that now, if someone wants to generate that kind of content, your model did not come up with that idea. Someone sat down and said, okay, I want to do this. Now, the product is there to serve the user, and the model does not know what that person's intentions are, right? And what one can do now is to prevent your model from generating stuff using people in public offices, because that's like the first channel of misinformation, because people follow who is at the top. So if a model has a guardrail against using the voices of public figures, voices of personalities that are high ranking, that's a guardrail. But then, to which extent can you prevent misinformation? So it's best left to the user, I always say, and then to you consuming the content to be able to identify which is fake information or not. So that's my entire advice, because if I say, okay, today the model I'm building can prevent, it's possible to prevent it, prevent this. But what of the model another person will build tomorrow? You know, in the market there are different AI models, and if one is restricting you from something, you
go for
always
the other
find
one,
another one that is not restricting you. So it always goes down to the user. But then, if we have a general rule of thumb for all engineers that, okay, this is the conduct we are following as engineers, we should all follow it. It's good. But then, there's always going to be the rogue guys that will not follow that conduct.
Of course.
So the total solution is the user and the user's actions. Totally. That's my opinion.
And with the consumer.
Yes, and the consumer, of course. Knowing which is which.
Yes. All right, so at this point, we are going on a very short break. When we return, this program will continue. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Weekend Gist with Rachael Langs on Haske TV. And of course, we're discussing on a very interesting topic. Is AI a friend or a threat to humanity? But guess what? The engineer I'm having in here is actually doing wonders. And so the advice is giving us out there is, you as the consumer, will I say consumer or
User,
viewer,
creator,
viewer,
whatever you want to assign
yeah.
yourself.
So decide what you want to watch. Yes, decide for yourself. If you want to watch things that will not impact your life meaningfully, then that is left for you. And then content creators do things that will actually give you dignity.
Yes,
Yeah?
something that will positively impact
Yes,
society.
because why I'm saying this, because I've seen a lot of things that actually when I see them, it disgusts me. Like, I feel like, where did this person get this idea? How did this person come about all of these things? So it gets me angry. There is this story about a grandmother with her grandson doing. I was like, how did this person sit and think about all of these things? AI. So please, when you're creating something, create something that will impact us generally in a very rightful way than doing things that will actually. A lot of children are going on social medias, and so they tend to learn a lot of things on social media that will not actually help them.
Yes.
So if you're a content creator, please do something that will impact us positively, not negatively. Because we have children that are watching all of those. That feel is cartoon, let's watch cartoon. And so cartoon will now lead to something. So please, let's be careful. So now the next question is, how can AI-generated content be leveraged to improve education, especially in underserved regions?
Okay.
So now we just
That's
send AI to go.
That's a very, very, very important question because
Yes.
it's actually in line with one of the things I'm actively working on.
Oh, okay.
Because, like I said, AI has actually made things easier in a sense that before we just had general education and then you hardly see special education in every school.
Yeah.
Because generally you just have people apply to school and then you dump all the children in one class, maybe just ABC, class ABC. But then you do not really know the mental capacity of those children.
Yeah, the child's
You know,
strength.
say some are dull, some are smarter, but then it's not really about that. Most of them have different mental capacities. And with AI, there are some psychological tests that you can carry on a student that you will know that, okay, this is this person's learning pattern.
Okay.
This is how well this person can learn. This is how he understands stuff. Some are visual learners, others can learn without visual aids.
Yeah.
So understanding the learner profile of each of your students actually helps in how you give them education. So with AI can generate personalized learning content tailored towards the strengths
of
a child or a student. So that alone is a very big milestone. But then there is another aspect that is very key and very important, which is the language barrier.
Okay.
Yes. If especially here in the north, the literacy rates is not very high. Mostly because the educational content is largely in English language or French, because those are the two official languages in Nigeria. And the north, there's a general language spoken, which is Hausa. And majority of the people staying in the north, that is the language they communicate by. So bringing a language that has not really been indoctrinated.
It's a problem.
Yes, it's a problem. Because first, the student has to break the barrier of first learning the language before learning the concepts, then understanding what you are trying to teach.
Yeah.
But with AI, you can train an AI model on learning materials, and then the AI model can translate those learning materials into the local language of the person or the locality where you are rendering that education to. So that is a very, very huge gap that has been bridged by artificial intelligence. So now, you can find a model that can convert an entire English textbook into Hausa without needing months of research or anything. You can do that. And then
you can even get to an hour. Up to an hour.
Depends on the volume.
Okay.
And then you can have an AI model also take an English concept and then transform it. Let's say a text in physics.
Yeah.
Then it can transform it into a video in Hausa.
Okay.
Yes. So now, local consumption of such kind of content promotes rapidly education. Because if you go to China, this is one thing I've understudied with them. You see, Chinese are very, very vast when it comes to education.
Yeah.
And one little secret they have is they learn in their local language.
Okay.
Every single thing. And the easiest way to understand something is when it's communicated to you in your mother tongue. Because it goes straight to your brain.
Yeah.
There's no need for a filter that will now convert it to your mother tongue. Because no matter what you say, I personally believe that even if you know how to speak English, that English is first broken down into your mother tongue before it translates to your brain.
Yes.
And yes, it's debatable, but that is just an ideology. But having content consumed locally, it will increase that literacy rates.
Okay.
Because you are now no longer needing to first teach English language before you now teach your concept. You can come straight with whatever concept you are bringing, and then it goes straight to the natural language in which those people communicate with. So that is a huge bridge that how did they talk about gaps? So the gap has been bridged.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I want to use.
Okay.
So yes, so localized content and then personalized content as well.
Yeah.
Tuning a particular learning content towards the person learning ability.
Okay.
So that is the way AI can impact.
Wow. Okay. That's beautiful.
Yes.
We get to learn from AI. All right. So, as a software engineer, what role do software engineers play in reducing bias in AI-generated content?
Okay. Okay. Now there are different rules when it comes to engineering in the context of AI. So we have machine learning engineers, and then we have AI engineers, and then we have software engineers.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to go too technical into that, so that because it's a general content.
Yeah.
So let me not be biased in being too technical.
If you become too technical, I'll sit down and be watching you when you're
So
done.
now, basically, before an AI model is built, there are steps. First, data.
Okay.
Data is collected, and then that data is refined.
Okay.
Yes, after the data is refined, then it is trained.
Okay.
So at the end of the training, you now have a model specialized in doing that thing.
Okay.
So now, the role of ensuring that there's no bias in whatever your model is doing, or there's a low level of bias in whatever your model is doing, falls down to the machine learning engineers.
Okay.
Yes, because they are the ones that are responsible for fine-tuning the models and then making sure that whatever data that is coming in has been properly cleaned and then properly balanced by the data scientist. Yes. So now, the role of a software engineer mostly revolves around using already built models to create other tools.
Okay.
Like now, a software engineer can take a model like ChatGPT and build something around it. Like, okay, now I talked about specialized education.
Yeah.
The software engineer can take a model like ChatGPT and build a tool that translates text content into other types of content, like breaking into visual aids and the rest. That is now a specialized tool. So now, a software engineer basically use already made artificial intelligence models to actually do those.
Okay.
But then the machine learning engineers are the ones that actually create those models in conjunction with the data scientists and the data engineers that bring those things together to train the models. So that's like the division of the roles that we have there. So, but then as a software engineer, one thing that I do with whatever model I'm using is I first of all backtest that model and ensure that there's no bias. Yes, if there's a bias, then I can work on specializing it to fine-tune it down to what I want to do. Models can be retrained. You can take a base model and retrain it to a specific pattern you want it to be. Yes, so that way I can refine it. Yes, fine-tune it. So backtesting your model and then making sure that this output you want it to give is not biased. Is on the onus is on you to do that. So that is our role there.
Okay. Thank you. Software engineers. Wonder me. Because this one is more than wonderful. It has become wonderment. Alright now, so how can AI content tools empower small businesses, creators and entrepreneurs for growth and visibility? Like me, small business owner. How can I actually use AI to improve my business growth?
Okay. I think currently
Now, before you answer this question, let me tell you what I do. I supply popcorn, I sell popcorn. Now you're going to answer this question direct to me. Yes.
Okay, you're getting a free consultation.
Yes, this guy.
All right. What I wanted to say was the easiest time to start a business is like this is one of the areas that is easiest to start a business.
Okay.
Because starting from the ideation, that is idea generation stage, down to generating your business plan, and then even down to your branding and everything, you can use AI, you can leverage AI to do that entirely.
For me.
Yes. So now, let's come down to your niche. You are a popcornist.
Yes. However you call it.
Yeah, let me put it like that. So you make popcorn.
Yeah.
So now, popcorn, we all know what popcorn is.
Yeah.
And we know what it tastes like. But then, branding comes in where a particular popcorn vendor has his or her popcorn tasting a certain way. And if there are two popcorn vendors and they have their different unique tastes, that is what will drive people to actually prefer either one of them. So now, as a popcorn vendor, first of all, who is your target audience? Who is your target consumer space, your demography? Who are you selling to? So your environment. So all those things now are, you find them under the initial start of the business when you're brainstorming your business idea to prepare and do your SWOT analysis and the rest. So now, for your popcorn business now, how can AI help you to actually elevate and scale? I will just see two things, branding and content creation. Yes, that's visibility. So now, you now have your popcorn ready, your packaging. So you can use an AI tool like Nano Banana, that is on Google Gemini, to actually create brand images for your business. And then if you are satisfied with that output, you can now proceed to take it to a printing press where they can print it for you, or to a branding, people will do branding. And then they can brand your packages, your containers, and then your various ways you package your popcorn. So now AI has helped you to do what? Branding. Design the package, and then your color, your logo, your slogan, your catchphrases and everything. AI can do that for you. So now, the package is ready, right? But then, how do you sell it to people?
Using AI.
So now, there are different ways of selling.
Okay.
There's selling through writing, that is copywriting.
Yeah.
There's selling through advertisements.
Okay.
Yes, advertisements, video from advertisements. And then there's selling through word of mouth.
Okay.
And then they're selling through direct point of sale, whereby they walk into your shop and get what they want to buy.
Yeah.
So now these are different ways you can sell your product.
Yeah.
Okay, now copywriting. Well, there's can be first time for everything.
Okay.
I've not seen anybody selling popcorn through copywriting, but then
I want to be the first.
you can't do that. So you can have an AI write a copy for you.
Okay.
Selling your popcorn, and then you send it to people's emails. Hi, this is Rachael's popcorn here, and then you write a long story, and then sell them your popcorn with a hook. So that's copywriting. And then through advertisements, you can use video models, AI models that generate videos, like Xfield, or you can use C-Dance from TikTok to generate advertisement content, or even brand unveiling content for your popcorn. And then you put a hook that after somebody watches it, person is motivated and he likes what he sees, and the advertisement looks tasty. So the popcorn must be tasty.
Crunchy.
Yeah, crunchy. And then they proceed to order your popcorn or something.
Okay.
So these are different ways. So branding and then content creation, because we now live in an online world. Most business transactions are carried out online. So even that popcorn, though physical, can be sold online by marketing it to people using content creation and advertisement promotion. So that's free consultation for you.
I'm telling you. Thank you. AI, you're in trouble. All right, so moving ahead, what challenges do you face when balancing innovation with ethical consideration in AI development?
Okay, innovation and ethical consideration. Those are strong words.
I'm telling you.
So now, innovation, coming up with new ideas that can solve problems that people in your immediate community or people in the global community are facing. And then ethical restrictions, ethical balance. Now, if I want to solve a problem, for example, let's say I live in a street where there is a lot of vandalism, and I'll say, okay, I want to use AI to solve this problem. Now, what comes to mind is using surveillance cameras.
Okay.
Yes, you are using surveillance cameras to want to solve the problem of vandalism in your streets.
Yeah.
Right? So now, solving that problem means you're going to be mounting cameras in different locations in your streets. And then that camera is going to be watching people's compounds, front of people's houses, and then the entire road. Now, as one who has come up with that innovation, that idea to solve that problem now, that can be a challenge, because if that your innovation falls into the wrong hands, that is, someone gets access to the feed that your camera is capturing of that street. Now, we always think like the bad guys, so that you can counter them. Now, let me say I'm a bad guy now. I get access to that feed, right? Now, I can decide to monitor daily lives of everybody on that street. Share people want to solve vandalism.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will use that live feed from your camera. I will now watch and monitor everybody's daily movements, because I can see compounds, I can see the entire road. I know when you guys go out, I know when you guys come back. I know what you guys do at home. I know your vehicles. Then I know the particular times that
you go out
can be around. So now, the ethical standpoint now comes in that what do you do with that data you're generating?
Okay.
Yes. You've innovated the solution that, okay, surveillance cameras monitoring the street, so that anybody that comes and goes, you see them. Like if anything happens, then you know who to trace. But then, that data you are generating, that feed you are getting, what do you do with it? Do you just focus on using it for the purpose in which it's taken? Or are you secretly going behind to use it for other purposes which are illegal and violating privacy agreements? So that is where it comes in. Like I always say, it is down on you, the innovator. It's down on you, the creator. Because if your own personal ethical standing is not right, then whatever you do is going to be based on your own standpoint. Because people that violate rules, it's not because they love violating rules. Because they've decided to violate those rules because they have interests they are pursuing by violating those rules. So now, your interests should always be ethical. You should always be towards the right direction, whereby respecting people's boundaries and then respecting people's privacy. One great challenge we have in the online world today is the issue of data protection. Data protection is very important because you now have, you've heard cases of Facebook, Google being sued over and over for privacy protection issues. And they are being accused that, okay, they are selling user data to third-party industries like advertising agencies to customize personalized ads for people. Now, those are privacy issues. But then it depends on you now, the developer. You that is controlling that data. What are you doing with it? So personally, how I handle that is I have my personal ethos, my personal ethical standard that I work by, such that in Nigerian space now we have the Data Protection Act, whereby anything I do should not violate the Data Protection Act. And then we have the User Privacy Agreement. If my app is capturing personalized data from people, now I have a User Privacy Agreement. What I've written that this is what I'm going to do with the data I'm collecting from you. It's a privacy agreement that a user needs to read. I know most of you don't read it.
I don't.
You just scroll down to accept, I consent, then you go.
I agree.
But then there are implications to doing that, because if something happens in future without your data you submitted to them, they can only stand on their data agreement and say, this is what we say we'll use your data to do, and you accept it, and then you have no defense over it. So it's very important that in as much as the document is cumbersome, take your time to at least read the important parts. At least they are always highlighted. Read the important parts and then get what they are saying they are going to use your data to do. If you are not comfortable with it, opt out and then don't use that service. There are other services you can use. So it is down to you as a developer, it's down to you as an engineer to follow the privacy agreements you've made that with your users, and then following the Data Protection Act governing your country, not to abuse it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, last but not the least, what advice would you give to upcoming developers who want to build AI tools that create meaningful social impact?
Okay. AI tools that create meaningful social impacts. Now, the word says it all. The last phrase is a meaningful social impact. You are an upcoming developer. My advice for you is, what is your motive behind being a developer? Do you want to solve problems that people exactly? Do you want to solve problems that people are encountering, or do you want to contribute to the problems that people are facing? Yes, you might build a solution, and then that solution can become another problem.
Yes.
It happens.
It's possible.
It happens. There are solutions you can build to stuff that lead to other problems. So all these things you have to think about your motive behind what you want to do. So don't just go into development. Don't go into solving problems because you want to make money. I know we all need money, but it's not always the best. Look at the long-term implication of whatever you are doing. In 10 years from now, this tool I'm building, how is it going to affect people socially? How is it going to impact people socially? So my watchword always is impact and your motive, because everything that happens under the sun is driven by motive. So what is your motive? That's the question I'll ask you as an upcoming developer. What is your motive behind getting to be a developer? Is it to solve problems or to utilize people's problems to your personal gain? So the question is up to you, and that decision is up to you. No matter what I say, it is still up to you to take up that challenge, to either pick up the red pill or the blue pill. The choice is yours. I mean, the
Of
Bible
course.
says, I've given us you life and death.
Dead.
Choose life that you may live.
Well,
So,
God actually advised us
so
what?
choose life so that you actually live and then impact people's lives.
Okay, you actually make me to want to ask you another question before we
Okay.
close down.
Feel free.
Briefly, how do you see AI-generated content shaping industries like media, healthcare, and governance in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay.
Briefly.
Media, healthcare,
Mm-hmm.
and governance. AI generated content.
I think we go get AI governor president.
And I think there's this movie called, is it AI governance or something? Yes, but then we are going to see it definitely as AI is getting better. AI is going to be integrated into governance.
Okay.
Yes, in areas of surveillance, in areas of security intelligence, and I think some countries are already using it, but just that it's not yet full blown. But one way or the other, AI is going to be introduced into governance.
Okay.
It will come in very short time. But I will start with healthcare. Now, the internet, first of all, existed, and a lot of health opinions were always posted online. And then you had people going online to just search for their ailments. And then you see different drugs and different suggestions online to actually heal you. And then you find people getting poisoned and people getting killed by following those kind of. So now in healthcare space, specialized AI tools can help in fishing out such kind of content.
Okay.
Like now, if you have an AI assisted ranker that ranks Google searches, that only displays verify. I think Google should have that kind of feature in their search engine that only ranks and displays verified sources of information, especially when it comes to healthcare. So that means if a particular source is not approved by the health organizations, depending on however it's called in the country. We have Ministry of Health in Nigeria. I think if you go to YouTube has that banner too, that if you are watching health content, you see content from a certified doctor in the US, you see it, or a certified doctor in so and so. So those people are certified. That means you can listen to them, they can actually give you a voice. Not everyone is certified. Some are just self-acclaimed knowledge. So if you have an AI tool that can assist users in filtering such kind of content, it can help in misinformation in health solutions. Because health is very, very critical. And AI in healthcare is very, very important. And then to digress a little, we can also see how AI is helping in healthcare in issues with remote surgical processes. I think there was a clinical surgery that was done, I've forgotten, but between last year and this year by a doctor. The doctor remotely did an operation. I think it was either a brain surgery or so on a patient using an AI. So now the machine was designed then with arms. So it's actually a robot with arms. So now those arms can be controlled remotely. So the doctor was it in US or in India? I don't know the particular place. Then the patient was in another country. So all the doctor had to do was connect to that machine through the internet. And then through artificial intelligence, he was able to control that machine in real time to perform that surgery. So those are breakthroughs that AI has brought to healthcare. Then in disease prediction and then diagnosis as well. Before, we used to have we used to experience difficulties in diagnosing cancer and the rest. But now we have specialized AI models trained on cancer datasets across the world, and they can easily identify cancerous cells through scans. So this is a breakthrough in healthcare. And then we also have research. Google had Google's labs, Google DeepMind. They created a model called AlphaFold. So in the healthcare, there has been this issue of I'm not going technical, there's even issue of something called the protein structure.
Okay.
So the protein structure, just go and do your research. I'm not going to go into any medical thing. But the protein structure, the structure of the protein.
Yeah.
Protein is found in DNA and the rest. The normal protein we know. So now it has a very complex structure. And that structure was not understood properly.
Okay.
And before you can design or build one structure, it takes years and years of research. But with that model, they were able to create various structures of the protein. So that is an upliftment in the healthcare space. Then when it comes to media, I mean, we already see the impact on media. It's generated content, pictures, music, videos, audio, and the rest. So that is the media. I think the media had the first impact, and it even has the fastest growth when it comes to impact in AI. And then in governance, I've already said it can be used in military surveillance and then military intelligence as well. So, and then it can also be used in civic processes like elections and also monitoring implementation of different initiatives by the government. So that is a little bit on that.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
really do appreciate having you in here with me.
Thank you for.
Thank you. All right, Dave, you are out there. At this point, we are going to draw our curtain close because actually, time is eyeing us. And so this is where I will tell you goodbye and stay tuned to our subsequent programs. My name still remains Rachael Lance, and this is We Can Just with Rachael Lance on Husky TV. And
Abraham Eriba.
yes, the greatest engineer.
Please, I'm not the greatest engineer. I'm your humble guy. And always, thank you for having me. And thank you for giving us your listening ears.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so it is a goodbye from us, but guess what? I will still have him in here with me again another time. Just fix your eyes close to your TV set. One day you will see him again.
I'll be ready to come back.
Alright. It's a bye from us. Bye.
Alright, bye-bye.